Just come back to Paul Keating. He once said that when you change the government, you change the country. Should Australians be worried? I mean, how will Australia accommodate the phase out of coal power, a fight over the Republic, another fight over a constitutionally entrenched Indigenous voice to Parliament, to say nothing about the social engineering that's going on in schools, about which the Coalition never took a stand?
Alan, Australia will continue to be, I am sure, the best country in the world. But I suspect that this government will do more harm than good. I hope that's not the case. I have a degree of personal respect for Anthony Albanese, and he will give it his all, no doubt about that. But he's got a lot of utopians in his party room. There are a lot of green utopians in the Parliament. We've already seen the incoming Foreign Minister not just dashing across into the Pacific, good honour for that, but declaring that we're going to have a First Nations-led foreign policy, whatever that is. We've already had the declaration that one of the very highest priorities of the new government will be constitutionally entrenching an Indigenous voice to the Parliament. I fear that could well be...
Whatever that means whatever that means.
It could easily be a highly divisive move, which further entrenches separatism and identity politics. So look, there are lots of things that could easily go wrong under the new government, and it faces very serious economic and security challenges as well. But as Australians, as patriots, we have to accept that at least for the next 3 years, it's the government we've got. We have to wish it well, while as Liberals and Nationals are not taking a backward step from our own positions and remembering that politics is a contest and we've got to win the argument rather than simply try to find out what other people think and agree with them.
Well, given that many people could see the Liberal Party in particular going off the rails for months and months and months, and yet we have executives in New South Wales in particular where candidates were pre-selected only days before the election was called, and no one federally seemed to be prepared to intervene to say, hang on, we've got to change tack here. The party in New South Wales seems to be run by people like Hawke and Photios. Peter Dutton, the new leader, has called this pre-selection process unacceptable. If you're going to get a clean out, which Peter Dutton's calling for, he's had a lot of cleaning up to do, and you've said heads must roll. Now, given you're the most successful Liberal leader, certainly since John Howard, and you know a lot about winning, why wouldn't you become president of the party, or seek to become president of the party and provide that leadership for change?
Well, Alan, who becomes any form of office holder in the Liberal Party depends upon the membership, and it's up to the members who they pick. I'm certainly interested in being more involved in the next few years than I've been in the last few years, and I suppose as a former Prime Minister, the last thing you want to do is make a current Prime Minister's life more difficult.